I'm not very good at beatboxing, but that's one of the few songs that I can kind of like riff on. And so if you follow the channel and you've watched for a long time, you've probably heard me do that in a couple of videos. But yeah, shout out to Billie Eilish. In front of us is Mr. Big Boy. He's a gold brick, and he's related to the pink brick. Do you remember him? Pink brick was the reverse ratio of this dude. This is one airwave and two fast tracks. Pink brick was two airwaves and one fast track, and it utilized the feed from the Siacon combiner. As you can see here, it's utilizing the feed from the Dinobots combiner, and lots of great things about this guy. I'm not gonna lie, there is one thing that I don't like, and that's this piece right over here. I mean, yeah, I get it's a little stinger of a butt, but if you look closely right down there beneath it, you can see his face. You see that, right? But he's really cool, man. And one of the things that if you see, this is just a fast track torso, but notice how it's been elongated, right, with this piece to stretch out and to make the torso more proportionate. This is a trick, not this engineering specifically, but like the concept behind thickening and extending the torso. I learned from Ponyasu TF from Instagram, and so dude, Ponyasu is such a great builder. He's so good. And like, dude, I dote mad compliments on him. But, and, we're talking in Japanese, so I'm not Japanese for the record, but, I mean, Japanese culture and Korean culture were like there's a lot of respect and stuff like that. And so when I'm trying to engage in a meaningful conversation with folks from these culture, yeah, man, I'll use Google Translate. And I'll talk to these fools. And, I figure whatever you put in, you're gonna put back out. I mean, they know. But and I always tell him, I'm like, man, I love your engineering skills. I love your builds. And he's always like, yes, thank you. I'm happy. That's almost always what he says. Yes. Thank you. I'm very happy. He's so humble, but dude, he does incredible stuff. I may do a slideshow of his build one of these days with his permission. But yeah, dude. And so anyway, this whole concept of about elongating the torso is something that I learned from him. But you can see over here that I haven't finessed it. It's not refined, and that's why it's all like gobbledygooky back there. And like he kind of got this stinger diaper on the back. But hey, man, I'm just learning. I'm just growing just like y'all. And it's really fun. It's really fun when you feel like you can feel the level up, you're like, yeah, I got it. And, now I'm building a little bit differently. I have different takes, and yeah, it's a cool feeling. All right. So I still haven't decided whether I'm going to do a full length tutorial with this guy, but I am going to show you some of the cool bits. Dude, he has like knee bend over here, and this is because we've tilted the legs sideways, right? And this I figured out when we were making the Blitzwing build, and it was a homie Helpful Pip who had utilized the Blitzwing legs, and I was like, hey, if you put it sideways, we could probably use the ankle tilt as a knee bend, and we utilized that here, and I'm very stoked. And I'm all doing the knee bend, but it was off camera, and so sorry about that. I'm really stoked that we're able to showcase it here, and really, just adding. First of all, I'm horrible at math, right? But I do know that, like, in terms of like numerical combinations, just by adding two more items, you like not exponentially, but you greatly increase the number of different configs that you can do. And yeah, sure enough, just adding those 2 feet allowed me to build differently because you're not worrying about feet anymore. You can use those feet pieces as other bits, and very happy about that. You can see down over here, this is an airwave leg sideways. This is a fast track leg spun around. On the back over here, these are just kind of to help with the heel support in case he's tilting backward. But originally, I think I had it like that or something, right? I don't know. But yeah, and on the other side, we have the little square arm, right? The arms are actually really unique too, but you know what? I might be able to just show you the waist right here. And look at the arms collapsing on the side because there's nothing to hold them up, right? Because we can't rely on friction just to keep these things up. And so, dude, look at him. It looks like he doesn't have underpants right now. Like, oh god. So I think I had this flipped up, and then I had this plugged in here like that. You see that? Look how that changes everything. It holds up the arms, beefs out the midsection over here, and now it just doesn't look like you got these spindly legs without underwear, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so that's pretty unique. That's a unique thing with this build. Let's see. I'm trying to undo this so I can show you this part. It's tough to get on. Well, a couple of things that are unique about the arm is that, see this whole arm contraption, it's actually plugged in at the top on the forearm over here, right? So it can kind of like not bend out, but it can kind of spread out like this, especially with that thing holding here in place. And you can see this is one arm attached at the forearm, and at the top of the shoulder we have one leg, and this arm is attached to the top of the leg. So the leg effectively becomes the bicep, this becomes your forearm, and yeah, it's like that. It's like that. So pretty cool stuff, right? Very, very different actually. And because I want to show you how this is made. All right, boy. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pull you apart, but the folks are asking, and I think you're all right with that. What's that? Oh yeah, he cool, dude. He was like, take me apart, boss. Let's do this. Can you see this cross section right over here? Okay. So what's important to note is that normally this would just be plugged in here, but it's not. Like, oh, here we go. All right. Fast track or black row, right? Belly flipped out. Then we have the back part plugged in to increase the size of the head and the shoulders. This part, oh, I can't get it out. Okay, there we go. These are two of the airway or fast track waists plugged into each other. You see that what? One's 90 degrees bent. And then we have one right there. And how do we do this? I'm forgetting now. I'm forgetting. Like that? I think it's like that. We have the airwave body, and then we have the fast track body plugged in right here at the tummy. There's a bunch of pieces of paper because the fit is loose. And then you're just going to squeeze this on top of your... You know, I'm doing my best to put this video together, but man, I'm not going to lie. It's the end of the day right now, and I feel like I'm really, what's the term? Fumbling the bag, dropping the ball or something? Like, I feel like this isn't as smooth as I would want it to be, but you guys are so understanding and loving, and just, I appreciate the fact that despite these fumbles, I know y'all going to be like, hey, you're doing great. Always showing me words of encouragement and mad love. So I appreciate that. But yeah, at this point, you're just kind of like plugging stuff in, you know what I'm saying? This is still loosey-goosey. I'm going to redo this somehow. I'm going to redo that. But yeah, I appreciate all the love and support. And honestly, I was going to say, this is not some like authoritarian like dictatorship or something. Like, dude, you don't have to like the builds. It's completely fine. Just like at a restaurant, like, dude, you can't like everything on the menu, right? And like sometimes the cook's having a bad day. I mean, maybe it manifests in his or her food. And yeah, I mean, I'm no different as well, you know. So you are under no obligation to like any of these builds. You are under no obligation to say something nice or even comment. You don't have to do any of that. Yeah, you don't got to do anything you want. I mean, you don't got to do anything that you don't want to do. Real talk, dude. But I will say this, and I've mentioned it before. For the people who just come out and say like negative things and stuff, bruh, sister, I got no time for you. And neither does this channel. And so I snap all my problems away, all of Thanos. I'll have to do it myself. And then you're never heard from again. And honestly, I'm really, I feel bad for those people when I hear them lash out, because I figure they're a product of their environment. And I mean home environment, meaning they weren't raised right. Anyway, and that's actually one of the worst things you could tell a Korean person. You're like, man, you raised your kid wrong. He or she was poorly reared. It's one of the worst things that you can say, you know that? But anyway, friends, hope you have enjoyed the video. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Yo. How far does this go? Oh, it doesn't go that far. I was about to say, man, if we plug that in and you get something. And anyway, it didn't work out as I thought it would. All right, my friends. I did a morning video, I did a lunch video, and now I have done a dinner video. And so, with that said, I am out. Bye.